course not. That'll be too easy.
Okay. So. So this woman is sort of standing in like a lab coat in front of like a small audience of people. They're all sort of younger children, and she says to them, "Hello there, pleased to meet you." And she sort of bows slightly, trying to show respect. She sort of smiles and gives like a really large smile because she's trying to appear, more energetic. And she says, "Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Palm. I'm the leading researcher on occult phenomenon." She goes over to her desk and she reaches for a Pokeball. "This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon." And she throws the ball into the air and there's this flash of light. But when the actual light kind of clears, there's nothing there. There's no Pokemon that pops out and makes a noise or whatever. There's just it's just air, and all the people are looking around confused. "Oh, damn it, Shuppet, not again." And she sort of starts panicking and looking around like, "Oh, where'd it go? Oh no." And all the people and all the kids start turning around and leaving. No, I'm not crazy. There's a real ghost here. I swear. I'm not, no, please. Don't you want your Pokemon? Come on. Oh. And she starts pacing around the lab. Goes to grab a little transceiver and starts fumbling with the buttons. Can't believe this happened again. And so we cut to sort of Gawd's bedroom, sort of as he's being woken up by this noise, almost like it's an alarm, like this beeping, like a kind of thing.
5 more minutes alarm. Just gonna glance at the time,
yeah, it's it's not early in the morning or anything. It's kind of later in the morning.
I suppose I should get up and go see the professor.
Yeah, there's your transceiver is beeping, so you can answer it.
Yeah, I will. Actually, I just quickly want to check to see if I think my technology education is pretty bad. So I'm do I even know how to use this?
Oh yeah, it's a basic thing, so I don't think you'd have any trouble with it.
All right, then I'll just open it and.
Yeah. So you open it and you start hearing her voice, and she's like, "You have to help. I was doing an introduction for the tour group, and the Shuppet disappeared again. I think it might have been stolen. You have to help. I can't find him anywhere." And you hear crashing noises in the background as she's fumbling through all of her stuff. Oh no.
Don't worry, I'll be there in a moment.
So as you're kind of getting packed up to leave, we kind of pan around your bedroom and we see that you have what Nintendo console do you own, or do you have just a bunch of them? Is my first.
I'm trying to think what was the fucking last Nintendo product I actually did own that's not right now I own a 3DS, so let's go with that.
Okay, so you just have your 3DS sitting on the desk, and you're trying to pack up all your stuff and run over to the lab. You live pretty close to the lab, I think. It's sort of like the setup in the the games or the anime where you actually live pretty close to it, because you and the professor are pretty close because you both study occult stuff.
Oh, okay. I was like, "Ooh, do I have a girlfriend that I don't know of?"
Well, maybe we
All right.
you know, I don't know who else lives there. We could always establish that later. Who knows? I'm not even 100% sure if you have a rival yet, but that could definitely be something that you might actually have. But for now, it's mostly you and the professor.
Mhm. All right, so I guess I'll wear my standard array of clothes and my scarf
Yeah, sure.
and head over.
Okay. So when you get into the lab, you see a bunch of people like kind of crowded around, and the doors sort of open, and she's just kind of all the assistants are like trying to help find this thing. And when you walk into her lab, just to describe it a little bit, it's sort of dark and it's lit mostly, and it's very like creepy looking. It's not very like for you it's very cool, but like for anyone else it might just be kind of uncomfortable. It's kind of darkly lit, and it has you know, candles everywhere and like occult circles like on all the walls and the floors and stuff. And it's very gothic in nature. Like it matches the actual the rest of the city pretty well in terms of the architecture and like the design of the interior and the exterior of the building. Like it's more of a gothic design. But it definitely would seem out of place if you're just like walking in and it's like supposed to be this, like, it's not family friendly at all. It's just kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And she's just like kind of fumbling around with books and like papers and like trying to find it. So yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, I have this the psionic sight
Right. Yes.
here,
You do.
so I
Yes.
can just
Right. You're just gonna show that. Okay.
yeah.
I'm just gonna scroll down then. But you're able to view residue left by humans and Pokemon due to the effects of psionic abilities. Each human or Pokemon leaves a distinct psychic residue. You're easily able to, though, to identify. You need a way of knowing their signature, seeing them do it, and seeing the resulting signature. I just wanted you to make like some kind of perception check to like look around the room or like find it.
Sure, I can. My perception's not super good, but it's not bad.
But yeah, it's not bad. I just wanted you to see.
9.
Okay, 9. Okay, so you're fairly sure, you know, based on your knowledge of ghost Pokemon, that it's probably just like invisible and like flying around somewhere. You're not exactly sure where, but like you could probably narrow it down with something like a 9. Like you know, like the general area, and you could like maybe call out to it with another sort of roll, or like try to find a way to like get it to appear for you or something. But like you can kind of narrow down where it is, like what area of the lab, because you can kind of see the psychic kind of resonance of the ghost kind of flying around in like one spot. It's basically just like flying around in a circle, and like it's not visible to like the naked eye, but you can tell like kind of where it is.
I'm actually going to like. Is there any like Pokemon food around or?
Yeah. There's some like food lying around. It's sort of like it's weird because I think she would specialize in like having like ghost. I don't know if ghost food makes sense, but like she has like stuff that you would like offerings, like, you know, like stuff you'd put in a shrine. Like she has stuff that you'd like burn, or like food that you would use for like rituals or things like that.
So I'm basically going to take some of that and move to the corner and
Yeah.
basically just kind of I think I actually have that ability that I can use Pokemon education instead of my charm.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking you should do, yeah, in this situation.
I don't, but I can use charm and I'll get a +2 because of the ghost.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure, go ahead.
So I'll just throw that in. 11.
It's not
I'm
bad.
doing
Yeah.
really good with these.
Yeah. So you basically you know, you put this sort of offering out, and the little Shuppet just, it's not Stitches, it's a different Shuppet.
Okay.
But the Shuppet just sort of you know, sort of, you can see it kind of glide down towards the offering, and it turns, you know, it starts to slowly like turn visible again. And the way it does this is it sort of like pulls like almost like an invisible sheet off of itself, because it already is like a sheet, and then it has like another sheet on top of the sheet, and it kind of twirls around and like and starts like nibbling on this food.
There you go.
And the
Felt like
professor,
a little pranks here, huh?
yeah, the professor sort of just turns around. Oh, you found it. Oh, thank you. I'm not as gifted as you are with this sort of thing. You have such a good way with Pokemon.
Yes, it is a gift. I'm just glad that she didn't run away or anything like that.
Yeah, well, I make a good home for them here. I don't think they would.
Yes, it is quite a lovely atmosphere. He's gonna say ironically.
Unironic, yeah, just sort of. She sort of smiles and like she kind of puts her hand on your shoulder and just like, yeah, not everybody would see it that way. How's your Pokedex going?
Oh, I've kind of not started yet.
Oh, well, I did have something I needed a little help with. Maybe it'll help you to get a little experience in the field.
Well, I'd be happy to for any of the help that you can give.
I was getting some reports earlier about some people getting attacked in the lower subway area. I think some Pokemon might be involved, some wild Pokemon. If you could investigate, that would be great. I'm not really very good at field work. I'm better at doing stuff in my lab. You know, she sort of plays with her hands, like like almost like a mad scientist. Like, yes.
God's gonna have a pleasant smile and go, "Oh, I would certainly be glad to help."
Oh, good. Well, if you find any Pokemon down there, you should maybe catch them or report back to me what's going on, because as you know, the wild Pokemon activity around here is very dangerous because of all the laws and regulations. We don't have a lot of people checking around the wilds for Pokemon. Sometimes they get very anxious. They wander into the cities and they start causing trouble, and it's very, very difficult for most of the people here to deal with. If you could, help, that would be great.
Yes, certainly. I'll check it out right as soon as I can.
Thank you.
You're very And with that, I guess I will exit the scene.
Yeah, and I think like as you're leaving, she's like calling back to the children. She's like, "Look, I found it. See?" And everyone's just like, everyone's basically like standing outside, like, and they're on their phones or like they're talking to each other, like, "I don't want a Pokemon from this creepy professor. Let's get out of here. I'm like, let's go to the next town over. Maybe there's a better, like they're like, let's leave." So yeah, that's kind of what happens as you're going.
No one appreciates ghost type Pokemon.
No. So from there we cut to sort of closer to the academy, like where the school is in this town, because it's all kind of close together, but it's sort of around that street. So I think the first thing I wanted to ask, because I wasn't entirely sure about this for Gyn, was that I don't know if are you actually like attending classes or did you drop out of school? Because I wasn't sure, because it wasn't really written on your bio that if you were a student or if you're not a student at all, or if you don't attend any kind of schooling, or if you're like just.
Who's this to?
Oh, for Karl.
Karl, unmute.
Okay, no, he texted me. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So basically, what the scene would be then would be so the two of you for. So Sammy and Gyn, you guys are sort of hanging out in a classroom, right? You guys can unmute now, by the way, if you want to talk.
Me?
Yeah. So Sammy and Gyn, you guys are sort of hanging out in a classroom. and the class is sort of over, but you guys are sort of hanging around. I wanted to sort of get an idea because you guys would be, if you're both sort of taking general classes, then you'd probably be together. I was
Probably.
curious as to like how, like what your relationship is like, if you guys are friends or if you're like just acquaintances or you don't know each other very well, that sort of thing. Because you'd at least be classmates, but I was curious as to like if you were actually like good friends or if you barely know each other or anything like that. Because the reason why I'm asking is because you would, like, Gyn, you would definitely know who Sammy is because she's shown up on like TV before. Like, she's not like famous, but like she's been on contests before, and those are basically like on TV. So if you were like turning on the TV, she'd be like performing on television. Like, that's sort of a thing. So you would definitely know who she is.
Yeah.
But it's a question of like, did you ever like talk to them or anything like that?
Yeah, I could be approached by anyone.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm asking him specifically.
He's a bit serious, but he isn't serious about. He's kind of like, nah.
No, he doesn't. So do you not like contests? Is that sort of your jive? Like contests that you don't like them, or is that why you're more into battling, or is it more just you don't watch contests on TV?
Once a fun time, watch. Oh, I saw that person on TV. Never, I don't care.
Right, exactly. So it's not like you don't follow that kind of stuff. You're not into celebrities.
No.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, so you're sort of so what are you doing after class? Like, are you just gonna like leave right away, or are you like go where you're training, or are you just gonna like hang out there for a bit? You have anything else that you have going on, like?
Apart from my school, towards the where I'm,
Right,
which would probably be out of the public eye. What did I say?
right.
I assume, at least.
Of course, yeah. I mean, you'd have to have a secret entrance because a lot of this stuff isn't legal. So you would have to find like there are subway tunnels and stuff. There are like elevators that take you down. There are like secret, entrances, that sort of thing. So it's not hard for you to find a way in. You just have to be, discreet about it. So meanwhile, so Sammy, you're sort of these two girls who
like a subway, like goes in or something like that. When no one's around, just like go through a secret path or something like that when no one's watching.
Right? Yeah.
No one's around.
I'm not gonna make you make like a check because no one's actually like watching you, but like, it's not like difficult for you to find a secret passageway and get your way in because this is not really very hard because you're used to it. So I was saying, meanwhile, for Sammy, you are approached by these two girls. Like one of them is an Espeon and one of them is an Umbreon, and they're sort of wearing these like very, sort of posh, sort of, school uniforms, that kind of thing. And essentially, like they're sort of coming up to you, and these girls, they talk to you a lot, but they never really say anything nice, hardly ever. And they're just kind of coming up to you, and I think the Umbreon might even like just glare at you a little bit, and like kind of Espeon just sort of wags her tail at you, and it's like, oh, hey, look, it's the Eevee. Hey, look, it's the one who can't evolve. Hey, how you doing? They're like, they're not like pushing you around, but they're like shoving their body in like your face, and they're like, like before you leave, they're just kind of like giving you crap.
One of these days I'll evolve. I've just yet to find an evolution I want to pursue.
Well, it's a bit late. You know, I think if you were gonna evolve, you would have evolved by now. You should just give it up.
I want to have sex right now, so fuck off. I want to marry. I don't want to be like you sluts who fuck everything.
Whoa, hey.
High school humor.
I was like, are you saying this in character? Like, I'm confused. Like,
I'm not even there.
no, you're not there anymore.
I was just making high school humor because
Of course.
that there's a lot of that.
I hope so.
If
It's
you
gonna be a
hope.
very fun campaign if that's your idea of. Okay. Well,
Well,
anyway, yeah. So they're kind of pushing you around, but you know, most of the time you could just ignore them and like go somewhere else.
yeah, so ignore them and go somewhere else.
Yeah. So as you're leaving the
Probably check the one place I haven't checked for sponsors yet, the underground.
yeah, which is probably the worst place to look for sponsors, but at this
The
point
worst, but it's the last place I haven't checked.
you don't have anywhere else to really look at this point. You've exhausted a lot of options. You know, the town is pretty small. It's a smaller town in this region, so there aren't a lot of places to look for sponsors.
Yeah.
But anyway, so as you're headed towards the underground, you get like a little text from Hotaru. She's just sort of texting you
All
a little
right.
bit like, oh, have you had like I'm imagining her. She has this very like sort of regal voice, like, oh, have you found any sponsors yet? You know, she has that sort of. She's like a Ninetales. She's very like, oh yes. Have you? So I'm just imagining like her voice, kind of voiceovering.
Send her a text message that says, I just left class. I will check immediately. I've exhausted all the options above ground.
I'll keep looking. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But you don't tell her where you're going, because that would be.
No, I don't tell her where I'm going.
Okay, that's smart. So she's just like, you know, I think she actually just straight up says like, don't go anywhere dangerous again. You know what happened last time.
Yeah.
And you just like leave that hanging and like.
I'll send her a text saying, I'll be fine.
I think she sends you like a little heart. And
Send
then
her a heart as well as I walk.
and then like lets you go. So you would get to the underground, I think, after Gyn, because he left first, but you'd find like a similar sort of secret passageway, like
Yeah.
going down the going through the subway and like moving down like a secret tunnel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like an elevator, because usually you have to take like an elevator down. But because it's pretty deep underground, but it's not actually hard to find, because a lot of people know how to get there. They just don't want to go there if they can help it. So as you're sort of moving around the underground, I'm going to, well, both of you are, I'm going to move to the next sort of section. So yeah, as the both of you are sort of kind of moving around, you hear like all these different announcements of like, there's a fight going on, that sort of thing. So the lights start, like you start to see these like, stage lights like pouring into like a center stage. And like before you know it, you guys are all sort of like pushed into these not like forced, but like, there's a huge crowd, so it's kind of hard for you to like move anywhere. And eventually you're sort of like, you find yourselves in this like arena area where where there's like a fight going on. So I'll switch to that so everybody can see. Except Gyn is not literally in the center of the stage, so I'm right. I'm like imagining like, yeah, when you show up and you're suddenly now on the stage.
and then I just
Yeah.
like teleport.
I was gonna say I don't think God's there either.
No, he's not yet. So I'll move him somewhere else. You can put him wherever you want, but
Yeah. I can just
Yeah.
drag him off the screen.
Sure. I just don't like.
So I just happen to be freaking next to Sammy somehow.
Professor's not there either, but
Who's that?
I can just make her invisible. What? Sorry. Let me see who you're pointing at.
This.
Oh, that's the
professor.
That's the professor's sprite. I need to move that. I forget the key command for that though. Because
you click it, then you highlight, you click the token, then you press backspace.
Oh, okay.
That deletes it.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I'll just delete it right now. Okay, so let's see. So at this point, you see this fight sort of in progress, and so there's someone who appears to be walking on the stage. So the camera kind of shifts down, and you see essentially this like very large sort of arena where there's like a large sort of metallic like cage that's like around it that the fighters are sort of entering into. I need to actually get the other sprite too. I don't know why I.
What do you say, gentlemen?
Is that the lady that helped me at that cafe a few months ago? What happened ever since that cafe closed down?
Where did I put this sprite for the other opponent? I thought I had it. Give me a sec, because I put it on the. Oh, here it is.
What?
Okay.
Is the Hobbit actually there, or?
Well, yeah, yes, they're actually there. There we go. Oop.
Up and around, speed off sound. I got places to go now. I gotta go.
Oh man, you're screwed. A dark type versus a fighting type.
Yes, this is a very interesting matchup for sure. Let me just set it so I can.
What kind of fighting type?
Well, it's one of the matches, so pure fighting. Yeah,
It's a Machop, yeah.
Well,
Technically, it would be a Machop, but it's just like design-wise, it's a Machoke. But technically, it's too low level to actually be a Machoke, so it's kind of weird.
Thank God.
Might be,
So it's a Machop.
or it might just be hacked. I don't know at this point.
It might be. No, it's not hacked. It's freaking like drugged.
But
it's a Machoke that was caught in the rock tunnel.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, they're a Machop, but they're dressed like a Machoke. That actually makes the most sense. I actually like that explanation.
It's her big sister's hand-me-downs.
Right. That actually makes a lot more sense than the weird explanation. I didn't have an explanation. Now I do. Because I like the
Machoke. I like the Machoke that was captured in the rock tunnel in Pokemon Heart Gold.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, the key thing is they're sort of standing at the other edge of the arena, but the one that they're introducing first is, basically the announcer starts, going off like Karl was doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the match for today, the cage match between two rough and tumble individuals who've been rocking the battle circuit. Coming in on this side, we have the impending disaster.
I hate that nickname.
and this light just sort of shines like right in your face, like kind of the spotlight like moves down on you, and it's like very kind of imposing.
I was gonna say there is the spotlight effect if you have that.
Yeah, and then there's this. And then there's this large cage kind of looming over you as you walk into it.
Depressing.
And yeah, for you in the stands, you can see this like Absol just sort of standing, like starting to move into the arena.
Moving into the arena.
Oh, they don't have to move their token if they don't want.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
No, I like moving into the arena.
Oh,
I
he
have
looks
time.
familiar.
After that, the other combatant sort of just starts moving in before they even say anything.
What?
And it appears to be a Machoke of some kind. They're sort of they're also sort of humanoid looking. I can actually share the design that I use. I think it's from the Moemon stuff, so I will.
Yeah.
I'll share the full
Go
picture
ahead.
because I do really like it. But they're sort of wearing like this sort of gangster type clothing, and they have like, they're not very tall, but they're sort of like they appear to be like well built and like athletic, stuff like that. So let me open up that picture. And and the announcer, like as she's walking into the arena, says like, and on this side, and he just sort of stops as she's walking. The fearsome, she's, I think like he reads this card and he's like, gonna choke you out. Who wrote this? And then she just kind of glares at the announcer. It's a weird nickname. Oh. Like shuddering.
I'm just fucking thinking of what's his name from My Hero?
Bakugo or someone else?
Yeah, Bakugo.
I can kind of see that. That makes sense. But yeah, exactly. She's like, her nickname is like gonna choke you out or something. It's like really disturbing. And
That sounds.
Switch to
that
the
sounds-
main
What?
the Carl's feed if you're.
oh yeah, sorry. I am, yeah. No, it's already
Alright. I wasn't sure because I can't see it. So.
No,
on
it's
my
fine. It is switched on my end, so it's okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the picture open. I downloaded a bunch of Pokemon pictures.
I don't know what it is.
The other day because I've been looking up a bunch of these, and it's been really fun to look up Tajinkas and sprites and all this stuff because I was never really super. I might downloaded it separately. Let me just find it because I know that I have it. If not, I can just get the full image because the full image is fine too. Okay, here, I'll open this one. I'll close this one, and then I will share. It's the one in the middle. So she sort of looks like that in the middle there.
Oh.
I definitely like this picture, but yeah, she's sort of wearing those sort of clothes, and she's looking kind of tough, and she's kind of glaring at the Absol.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. So
How kind of her.
so you guys sort of meet in the center of the arena, and she's just kind of looking at you, and she's like, are we gonna fight, or are you just gonna stand there?
Dragon. Poke.
Kind of smirk at her and say, I'm fine with just standing here if you don't want to fight me.
Oh, sure. And she's just kind of like grinning. Okay, I guess. You're such a devil. Okay, so so you're using Future Sight. Cool. I have to check if she outspeeds you though. Hold on, because that's the first thing. Let's see. So what's your speed?
My speed is 8,941. Wait a minute.
Good. Okay.
It's no, it's 8. Oh, hang on, no, it's 10. Sorry.
10. Okay.
10. Gotta get-
Yeah. Okay. You're like actually. It's funny. Your speed is like almost double hers. So yeah, you definitely go first. So she's just
So I'm
like.
gonna get 2 attacks.
Is it that? Because
No,
this
it's
would
not.
be.
I'm thinking Fire Emblem.
No,
I'm
it's
thinking
just.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, you're thinking of Fire
Yeah.
Emblem. Wrong
I
game.
know.
No. So you're doing that. So the way that I'm fluffing Future Sight in this, because I was thinking about this for a while, was that sort of you're using it to see some like horrible thing that will happen, and or just sort of cause something that will cause like a lot of distress to that person. So what you actually see in terms of like you're not like predicting her like what exactly she's going to do, but like you can kind of see what will happen that might cause like something terrible. And in this case, you see that she's going to try to do some like really ridiculous like stunt, like climb up the actual cage and like jump at you or something. But
So I just step aside.
well, what you I didn't finish. So essentially, what you see is that she's going to try to jump at you, but either because she's really strong or because the cage is really like not very well maintained, it actually is going to break and she's going to fall and basically take like a very dangerous sort of injury, and that's what the damage from the actual attack is going to be. So essentially, that is what's going to happen, and so you can just kind of let that happen, or you could do something about it. But that is essentially what you're seeing will happen with your Future Sight. So you don't really have any reason to be worried about this, because you know that she's basically going to just mess up.
Do I know where she's gonna fall?
Yeah, you could kind of guess. I mean, it's not like you know exactly. It's not really like you have 100% like you know exactly, but you kind of see you can guess based on what your vision is kind of giving you.
So I'll kind of move like, so I'm kind of a couple spaces away from her, just
Right,
close
just
enough to mock her, but not close enough to actually get landed on.
right. So you're like moving like closer to where she's gonna like actually fall, like so that when she hits the ground, you can just be like, haha, even though she's going to be like terribly injured. Because you can see that too, that she's going to be terribly injured and it's going to be very bad.
And hilarious for me, but
Yes.
she's the one fighting me.
That's true.
Absol.
So it's so what you see in the stands, as Jin is pointing out, you see the Absol just sort of pacing around the arena until they hit like a specific spot. And seeing this, she just starts like moving over towards like this area over here, like starts climbing this cage type thing.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And she's like looking over at you as she's doing this. She's like, "Shut up! Everyone else is afraid of you, but I'm not. Okay? I don't get what people think. They're so stupid."
This isn't gonna end well.
Yeah,
Like he's
people
said
are-
out loud. Like, this isn't going to end well.
So you see her sort of start to climb this, and she gets near the top. When essentially she starts to like slip a little bit, and this part of the cage just sort of bends under her strength that she's trying to like hold herself, because she tries to like grab it, but she's so strong that she actually like, and it actually causes her to like fall off of the edge of this, off of the edge of this cage. And so she
Hello?
What? Sorry, did you say something?
You should just cut out. They're just like,
Oh. No, so I was saying, she starts to fall and like she's about to hit the actual like mat. But I wanted to point out that Haru can actually see this happening. So I want to know if you were going to do anything, because you can freaking fly.
The cage is about. Oh, okay. So my mic is mute.
I was gonna say that Future Sight doesn't technically happen until the user's next turn. So
Yeah.
So like the Machoke could have had a move and.
Right. That's I'm saying. Yeah. So they
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically this is happening on their turn. That's kind of what's going on. Or is it their next? Wait, is it their
The
next?
end of my
It's
next
gonna be
turn.
Absol's next turn when the future.
Oh, okay.
goes
That
off.
makes sense. Okay, yeah, but they're essentially doing that move, and it's going to cause them to screw up.
Yeah, it just sounded like you're setting up for this to happen now. Which
Oh yeah, I think actually, so in that case, I mean, this will make a difference. So I'll do it. In that case, because I did have something planned. I think so. When she's doing that intimidation, she's actually like leering at you, so she's going to do that, like the move.
okay.
So she will get a move, but it's not going to be her actual attack.
And Absol is going to get to use another move before Future Sight kicks in.
Right. So essentially, timing on that is really weird, but it's fine.
Yeah, you'll get used to
I'll
it.
get used to it, yeah. So it's the end of it's their next turn. But yeah, they're gonna leer at you because that was what I was going to have to do anyway. I forgot to mention that. Just do. So I have to go over here, go to their move, go here, click leer, and then it's status. So I have to click the thingy. I have to go to traditional, not the tab page. But go here.
If you can't tell, this is mostly everyone's first game.
This is our first game, so I have not.
Welcome to our first game, where we
I'm
all
gonna click you.
only one of us knows better. Most of us suck.
Okay, well, they do hit you with that, so your defense is lowered by 1 combat stage. So I can
Yes.
do that.
Do you know how to do that with
Yeah,
my
let
defense is
me
7.
show them what to do. So you go over to where it says
I already did it.
combat stages. Okay, good. Okay, so you've already done that. Fine. Okay, yeah. So essentially, they leer at you as they're climbing up this thing, and then you get another move before they're gonna fall. So, but yeah, like you can now actually, because the interesting thing is that so the way I described it isn't so it's not happening right now. Again, I'm imagining it actually. So to retcon that, it's sort of like it's like that scene in Twilight where like you're seeing it happen, but now it's becoming more clear the closer it is like to actually happening. So you're seeing her like climb up this thing, and you know like exactly how it's gonna break and like exactly where she's gonna fall by this point.
Fair enough.
So now you get to make another move.
I am going to leer right back at her.
Oh, good. Okay. So go ahead.
Correct? Great.
So
what was that?
okay, good job. Yeah. So now her defense is lowered. Does that affect the move she's going to be hit by? Because
I
that's
think
No.
it should.
No, it's
not?
special defense.
no, it's special
Oh,
defense.
yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh, it's only. Oh, yeah, never mind. Oh, well.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Oh, well. I thought it was a neat concept. Oh, well.
Can you describe that for me? Just like how you're doing that?
I kind of just cross my arms. You know, that really isn't going to end well.
And I think she just like and she's like halfway up by this point. She's like, I told you to shut up. I don't care.
And then
Yeah, exactly. Then just you're just trying to psych me out, and then she starts like getting psyched out and like falls off.
No, I was trying to warn you. She laughed at a heap in front of me.
Yeah, as she's falling, you're saying that like, no, I was actually trying to warn you. Yeah, so
No one ever believed me.
So now I wanted to see if Haru would do anything, because I think you'd have enough speed to be able to do something, because your speed is like, let's see. I have to check to see if you're actually fast enough. Yeah, you're like as fast as she is, so like as she's falling, you would technically be able to do something if you wanted, like around the same time frame.
I wouldn't do anything until they actually hit the mat.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You wouldn't like try to help them at this point because it's part of the fight.
Right.
But yeah, she comes, crashing down on the mat, and she would take it was how much damage? She took 35 damage.
And it's psychic type.
Yes.
Yes, I could.
Oh yeah, psychic. That means she takes is it 2 times 1.5, right? Because of the
yeah.
I thought
is it already?
No,
is it already
stab is 1.5.
No, not stab, because they're fighting type.
Right, type difference is, or type weakness is times 2.
Yeah,
That's in the normal games.
in the
It's
game,
Oh,
in
not in
Pikachu,
this. Got
it's
it.
Yeah.
slightly different.
because double effectiveness is ×2.
So, so is that already calculated here? Because I can't tell. I guess it's not. So
No, it's not. So you'd need a calculator and just go.
Yeah. I can calculate it real quick. I actually have a calculator with me. Okay, 52, rounding down. So that is. All right, let me
And don't
see
forget
what
to
her
minus
negative.
your special defense.
Oh, okay. Let me do that real quick. So 52 minus her special defense of 5. So that's
Shoot them a choke. A chop, you know.
yeah. So that's like Brennan has to do math quickly. 47,
Mhm.
and her health is only. Her health is only a little bit. I have to look. Where did I put her health? Oh, right. I have to stop using the tabs because I'm so used to looking at the. I clicked the wrong button. Her health is 42. So yeah, she's already at -5. So she'd be knocked out.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
So basically, yeah. And how many is it? Just the injuries are cumulative, right? So like.
She would
take,
get 2 injuries because
2 injuries. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to get the math right on that. So I knew she was going to take an injury. I was just like, okay.
Actually, no, she would get 3 injuries because she took cold damage or
Yeah.
damage. So
That's true. Okay, so I'll mark the injuries real quick.
yeah, basically you get one at 50% of your health, and then one at 0% of your health. And if you take more than 50% of your health, you get 1.
Yeah, but she didn't take more than 50. She's at -5 right now.
Well,
Oh wait, no, she took more than she took
Yeah.
in one attack, right? Now I understand. So yeah, basically, like she comes hitting the mat very hard. I mean, because in injuries that not like her bones are gonna be broken or anything, but like she's really roughed up, and probably her hat falls off. Like her body just like it's obviously like she's not like crippled, but like her body is like mangled basically, like very badly as she hits the floor, like almost right in front of you.
I'm gonna try to start helping her out, like kind of carrying her out of the arena and stuff. I did try to warn you.
Her head's
Idiot.
like spinning. What the heck happened? And she like falls unconscious.
Haru's gonna look in disbelief for a moment before hopping in and blowing a whistle.
Yeah, okay. You blow a whistle and you kind of get in there. You do the whole, whoever is unable to battle.
Gonna choke you, unable to battle. Winner Maria. Winner the
Impending disaster.
I like that you say your name first and then you do a title because you actually know her.
I forgot the name for a moment.
Right.
Forgot the stage name.
Well, I mean, in character, do you say her name first? Because I think that would make sense.
No.
Oh, okay, so you just call her that. Okay, that's fine.
Oh well.
Anyway,
you're like, man, that's a lame fight.
That's pathetic.
so as this is going on, well, actually, Haru, you could actually tell me what you're gonna do here first.
Just make sure that they're okay to put on a stretcher and get them out of there.
Okay, yeah. You get them on a stretcher and you start moving them out of the ring. Maria, where are you headed after the fight? Because it's basically like.
I don't know. Where would I don't know.
I mean, you start heading out too, basically.
Yeah.
At first, so before you even get any money or prizes or anything like that, you have to go somewhere else. But like as this is happening, we cut to the back end of the arena. So like where the subway is, like where how most of you got here. So like we see the subway and we see Gawd just sort of running through the dark subway, like where it's kind of difficult to see, and there's like trains running around. There aren't many people down there, and it's just sort of quiet. And you know, God, as you're moving around in the dark, you can hear like scratching noises against the floor, and you know, definitely things moving, like some like maybe trash getting knocked over, stuff like that.
I'm just thinking I'm gonna probably have Stitches out because she has like dark vision and such, and
that makes sense. Okay, can you have Stitches roll me a perception then?
all right, Stitches is going to roll perception. Her perception is better than mine anyway, so.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll opposed real quick. Where's the stat I need? I have it here. I need to go to the skill section. Getting used to this, I have to look for the Pokemon skills. This Pokemon has a very high stealth rating, so that's why I'm having you roll, because otherwise it wouldn't be difficult. But
yeah,
I'm just gonna roll the dice, because then if I showed you what it was, then you'd know what it is. But I will.
Yeah.
Okay, barely, just barely. Okay, interesting. So yes, you do actually. So Stitches, what they see is like these blurry sort of things in the dark running around on all fours with like tails. You know, sort of moving into the elevator actually, but you can't really tell what they are or like what they're doing or where they're going. Besides, like they're going in the area or in that direction. So the only thing you could really do, like Stitches points out, like where they think they're going.
God is going to smile at Stitches and says, "Good job," and probably give chase after them. Like,
okay, cool. So you give chase, and you end up like not actually like. I think like they end up like faking you out because they passed. So they basically fake you out, and you don't end up like catching any of them immediately. And you end up like pushing the elevator button down like in a panic, and like head down towards the underground. And
down in the underground.
So when you hit the bottom floor, it opens out into this arena. So like basically like behind the stands where like some of the entrances would be.
Alright, so I'll just throw God and Stitches there.
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot how tiny these things are when I drag them.
Hold on, where are they?
Middle row.
Oh, I can see them now. Yes.
Yeah.
Like ants. Hold on. Like ants. There we go. Where's Stitches?
Stitches. Here, I'll put Stitches on top of Karl's head.
Okay, cool. I can see the little ant. Hold on. Yeah, because the thing with the sprites is that if we drag them in,
big. There we go.
There we go. If we drag the sprites in, they become really tiny, so I have to resize them.
Yeah. Stitches is probably going to turn invisible quickly.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. So what you see, so all of you notice this actually, because the crowd starts like freaking out and like running out of the stands, like as this is happening, and as God sort of enters into the area, you all see this. Basically, as the lights sort of start to reveal these things, you see. Let me actually take them out of secret view so that you guys can see them. Boop boo. How do I figured out how to do. Oh, it's because I need to right click them. Duh.
God's like, I'm not that scary, am I?
No, it's not your fault. How do I Oh, let me just unplug my mic real quick. Get my mouse. Okay.
God says with his 4 intimidate.
That's true. Your intimidate's pretty high. Where'd my mouse go?
Yeah, my intimidation sucks.
I think I might have mine like pathetic. Yeah, mine pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, my intimidation is also pathetic.
Oh, can I just Oh wait, no. If I put it to C, then all of you can see it. Okay, that makes sense. Would that work? No. That's weird. I thought I could just edit it without having to right click it. I guess I can't. I have to move the layer thingy. I hate this. I hate
Can't
having.
you just drag and click on the thing and then make
Can
it
I do?
scale?
Can I do that?
I think you can.
Drag and click it. Well, I already have the tokens on the thing. I'm trying to reveal them, but the weird thing is that in order for me to move the layer, I need to get my mouse because I need to right click, and for some reason it's not working now. It was working before. I was able to do it without it, but now it's not working.
Can't you just drag the tokens onto the thing again?
I could, but then I have to reset them. I had them all set up.
Yeah.
Ow. Where did my mouse go? I'm trying to find my mouse too. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Never mind. I got it. Just give me a sec I can reveal all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick, everyone take a pee break.
It's good.
Okay, bye guys.
I was like, oh, don't even joke. I haven't had my nap yet.
I'm falling asleep. Oh, why?
Oh god, that's a huge meowth.
Oh! Oh!
I was a Pokemon, except they're not robots this time. It is just mutants.
Huge meows.
On the bright side, they're doing a lot of money with their paydays. Now we're the giant.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell yes.
I am actually now curious what Payday does in PTU.
As am I, actually.
Let's see. Payday 2 words? Yeah, okay.
These meows are giant.
Payday scatters metal coins equal to the value of 1d8 times the user's level. If a trainer isn't...
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I don't know why. For some reason I was muted there. No, they're not actually giant size. The sprites are just really big.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Oh, now I figured out how to make them smaller. I thought I could only make them a certain size. I guess I fixed it now.
Huzzah! You fixed it.
Right. No, they weren't supposed to be giant. I just made the sprites normal size, but they're actually supposed to be smaller.
Yeah.
I'm used to this being like a different game. Oh, because they were taking up multiple. That's why it looked normal. Okay.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah. But basically, they're like running down these steps like very quickly and like jumping around, that kind of thing, and they're causing like a havoc. And like they're stealing coins that people are dropping and things like that.
Just then they're like.
So what are you guys doing in response to this?
Oh, great. Now we've got an infestation. I'll try to just head over towards them and start trying. How far can I move again? My speed value, correct?
That's correct, yeah, but it would depend on like their speed, like who would move first.
Actually, I was gonna say we could have an initiative order, and you can.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna set that up now because now the initiative order actually matters.
Because everyone has different speeds, so.
That's correct. So the way it works in this, because we're doing a wild battle, is essentially everybody just yeah, there we go. You did it perfectly.
I know.
Now I need to go. Yep.
And stitches.
How you doing?
Oh, you click on your token and then
on the first tab of your character sheet, down below your stats, there's add initiative, select token first. Click on the dice.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what? Add initiative. Okay.
For some reason, Stitches has error. No character was selected for it. So.
Oh, I can fix that. Hold on.
Yeah.
I didn't allocate their sprite. That's why. Fix that.
Okay.
Because you put it on and I forgot. I did it for you. I didn't do it for them. Okay,
Okay.
there you go. Should work now.
There we go.
I have to do it for the 3 of them. Hold on.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them, so I have to do it for each one. And 3. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Meowth 2 is the only one that's named.
Oh, really? I thought I had the first one up already. Where's the 3rd one? I just did that. Oh, wait. I didn't select it. Need to go over here. Meow 3. I'll do this faster next time. I've never actually done this before, so I'm trying to.
Don't worry, we haven't even
get used to it. Okay.
This is our
Fourth one.
This is how the system works. Game.
Yeah. Also figuring out all the macros because they're kind of difficult to use at first.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, and then the last one.
How do you?
'Cause I didn't-
0 speed. Meowth 4.
This is 0. Wait, let me check. That does right.
Yeah.
That one's supposed to be like the fastest one.
Whoop.
Where is its speed? Oh, wait. Why did I not allocate stats for this one? Okay, there's one less of them now.
Okay.
Because for some reason, apparently, I forgot to give this one. I forgot to do the stats for this. Oh, because this one was the template, right?
Ah.
That's when I did it wrong. Okay. We'll get rid of that one. Yeah, so that one I forgot to do the stats for, so I won't input them now.
Okay.
Could do it
Disappeared.
really quick, but that would take too long.
It was just a robot,
Yeah.
like a puppet.
I think that one just runs away.
No, it's just a ragdoll they threw in just to confuse the people.
It's a Poké doll.
It's a substitute. Yeah.
Freaking Poké doll.
Substitute. Push, push. Bounces down the stairs.
I feel so dumb for doing that. Like, oh yeah, because that was the one I was using as the placeholder, and then I completely forgot that to actually input it.
What happened?
Ascending. No, do it the other way.
Yeah.
So one of these Meowths has an 18 on initiative. How?
Because they have 18 speed.
Oh yeah, 18 speed.
Yeah, so this one's gonna move.
If they have that much speed.
This one's gonna move first. It basically like jumps down here. And then I don't think it has really any range to do anything, but it's kind of looking around the cage, like sniffing.
I'm just gonna quickly refresh because my map's acting weird on me.
That's fine. This one, I think it notices the 2 of you first, and then tries to like go after you guys. So it's like harassing you right now. Like it's not attacking you, but it's like basically like it's probably doing some kind of move to Gyn because he's the closest. Actually, it's a cone, so I think it would hit both of you. Yeah. Hold on.
Oh boy, is it payday?
I hope so.
Well, you don't know what moves they have, but
It's totally payday.
no. So yeah, they're gonna.
Secret
So
tourist.
burst.
No,
So just so because I should as far as I'm aware, I don't think burst 1 would hit both of them, right? Because it would just be
No,
around.
it wouldn't. Burst one only affects the squares surrounding you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just gonna hit. It's just gonna hit Jin then. So it's gonna basically do that. Doop.
Oh, thank God that was a growl.
And a crit. So yeah, it
Yeah.
growls at you, and it basically gets a crit. I should have had it marked what it does. I don't know why I didn't.
Growl lowers attack 1 stage in a burst 1.
Yeah. Okay. So then you so you go to your sheet here, and then you lower your attack by 1 stage.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to do something with that crit, it could have been like 2 or something like that. Like
Yeah, I think
don't
I
know
will.
how you want to do that. So
I mean, I think I will. So I'll say that. So basically, your attack gets lowered 2 stages. So it basically like looks at Gyn and like it like growls, and it sounds more like a tiger than a freaking cat at that point. Like it's really frightening. And how do you sort of react at that point? Because your body like instinctually just starts like you know you're getting tense even if you didn't really mean to.
Mhm.
And that's why
Whoa,
your attack is being lowered.
Whoa, you're scary.
Very enthusiastic right there.
I think I imagine it like you're trying to play it cool, but like in your body's just like locking up, and you're like, but you're like, play it cool. No, you're not scaring me. Like you're
Fuck
trying
off.
to like, wow. Jeez.
He doesn't say that. You're just like, fuck off, I'm trying to sleep.
Like, okay. That makes
I have my
sense.
hold up at all?
What? Sorry?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
This one like jumps down here, and it notices it seems to notice Haru at first. So it's kind of looking in your direction and like meowing. And just so this is like really clear, even without like a Pokemon knowledge, these are like really feral meows. They're not like, oh, you know, they're kind of like walking around, they're, you know, having a, you know, they're chill. No, these are like really aggressive, like feral type of Pokemon. Like they're not the type where you know, you can just like walk in and they're friendly. They're like, they seem almost rabid to a degree. Like, I mean, you would need specific like knowledge to determine like.
Are they hopping around like right?
You know, that sort of thing, but they seem very like aggressive, more aggressive than like normal Pokemon, even wild Pokemon. So Sammy, yeah, you see this one growling at Gyn, and so what are you going to do?
All right, this Meowth looks scary. It looks like it's a threat to me. I really don't want to die. I'm gonna try and move up to it and try and and out of a bit of innocent desire to be helpful due to my good nature, I'm going to attempt to try and attack the Meowth to fend it off from the other people that were watching in the arena.
Right. Okay. Are you targeting the one that's like that is like the one underneath the stage, or
The one above me?
The one above. Okay, got it. Cool. Go ahead.
Basically, the one that's in the rafters above me.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Basically, hitting it with a covet.
Okay.
Basically, if it's holding a held item, that item becomes mine.
Okay. It is not holding anything at this point, so you basically get to just do. You still do damage to it, though, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So that one, you're going to do damage to it. I'll mark that damage off. Oh, and then I minus the. So I still have to do the minusing its defense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let me go over there. This is the. Oh yeah, that's the fifth one. Okay. Minus its defense. Okay, not very much. Got it. So I will do this real quick. I just need to look at the number again. Okay, so minus the defense is. Yeah, let me get a calculator.
Yeah, I tend to always have a calculator.
Yeah, now I understand why you have a calculator. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me go grab my. I have my calculator right here. My camera's not on. You can't see it, but I have my calculator. Okay. I'll just use my calculator that's next to me.
My calculator that you can't see.
Right, but I have a calculator because I used to take a lot of heavy math, or well, not calculus, but like.
And luckily, I was outside of its growl range.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, you were. So I'm just marking its health. There we go. Okay. So you try like so it is. So what I can definitely imagine actually is that so you're like trying to like pry off the little gold coin that it has on its head, but it like freaking jumps backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to knock it down and take its gold coin off its head.
I'm not that broke.
But it does scatter some like money around everywhere that you can pick up later, but it's not really like held items or anything like that. It's just like more money.
It's money.
More money you
It's a
stole.
loose change.
But that
though.
money, yeah, loose change that other people had. This one, the last one that's on the rafters is going to jump down over here, and it's going to eye Maria. But Haru gets to move next.
I'm gonna seed bomb that Meowth coming towards me.
Sure, go ahead.
So let's see here. Targeted. Scroll down to move.
Good job. So can you describe that for me a little bit? Just like what's going on?
Sure.
It's basically, so just to visualize it, it's like jumping out from the stands, and like it jumps off the rail and starts like it's like moving towards you, and so you're like aiming this thing.
I form a rather large hard seed in my hands and toss it, and it explodes on contact.
Right, like a grenade almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So when it explodes, it knocks this Meowth back into the wall here, and it becomes unconscious.
Okay. So they don't have more than 30 health, or at least that one didn't.
Yeah.
And when I did like 34-2 before its defense.
Okay, Maria. I didn't change your name on the Roll20. I need to do that because I just got your name.
Right. Let's see. What are my options? Well, I mean, murder it or kill it.
Oh, I didn't move yet.
Yeah.
Tell me how tall the cage is.
The cage is probably about like it's slightly higher than you could. Well, considering how high she had to climb to get up it, I think it would probably be. I could actually calculate it right now based on that information. It took her like 2 turns to do it, so if that's the case, then it's probably about 10 meters.
Oh wow.
So I think
maybe slightly less than that. Maybe like 8 or like 7. Probably more like.
Yeah, it's like a wrestling cage, so.
Yeah, it's more than like 5 though, because she needed at least 2 turns to get up it, so it would be like. Actually, I can measure it this way. If I go this, yeah, it's like 7 meters then, based on the length. So if it's like that length, then it'd be that height. It'd be about equal. So it'd be 7 meters.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hop a little bit.
Oh, just a reminder, I have the pressure ability and flutter one.
Ah, right. Okay. That makes sense. They haven't attacked yet, but that is important.
I hopped. I'm done.
I don't recall what either of those do.
Pressure only affects the one that would be near you.
Right.
But it basically means that like if it has like an at-will move, it can only use it. I think it becomes every other turn. Yeah. But it wouldn't affect anything in this range. It's just only the one that's nearby you.
Right.
Isn't?
But yeah, you are
only something like it has to be like right next to you, kind of thing.
It's a 3.
Yeah.
3 squares.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
so yeah, then that would affect that one. Then.
This one is exactly 3 meters away from you, so it's fine.
What does flutter do again?
Flutter is the one that I think it lets you disengage. I actually can look it up. That one's the one that lets you disengage.
I think that lets you spend a shift action to get +3 evasion.
Yeah, it lets you spend your movement. It lets you spend your movement to get evasion, yeah.
Right, which I'm not going to do now because I need to move so I can stab it in the face.
Right.
Because because scratch have no range, it has melee range, so.
Yeah, so you need to get up to it first.
Okay. Well, you know what I meant.
Yeah, no, I understand. So you're gonna get up there and you're gonna scratch it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Cool. You know, basic attack, not anything special.
Nothing, nothing fancy, but
And then,
better than nothing.
and then they decrease their.
Oh, it's
defense
a
from that.
pass move, so you can wind up over here if you.
Oh, I can pass through them?
Yeah, it's like a samurai slash type thing where.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually go through them if you'd like, but it doesn't really make a
You
huge
can move up
difference.
4
here, but-
squares, so if you wanted to, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can be right here if you want to.
I was here, right? Or
Well,
here?
I thought you
Where
moved
was I?
here to do the scratch.
No, because where was I first? I was here, right? That's right.
Have a cage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move 2, then I can just scratch through it. Can I move after as well? Or that
No, you move before you attack. So
Okay.
unless you,
okay,
so
I
but
can't
with
move,
you, if you do that, you can go through them. So
right, but yeah,
I'm just calculating their health. Yeah, I'm just calculating the damage. There we go. Okay, just inputting it now. Okay, you're good to go. Gyn's next. His attack's lowered, but besides that, he's fine.
What?
No, your attack is lowered, but otherwise you're fine.
Oh, I heard it's slowed, and I'm like, what? What the fuck you mean slowed?
Yeah, your attack's pretty slow.
Well, it's low now.
Critical growl. That's why.
No, I heard slow, not lowered, and I'm like, what? What the fuck? You mean?
Although the one that growled at you seems to be pretty weak now that Eevee basically like tried to assault it. So
I'm gonna.
I assaulted it trying to knock it down and snatch its coins. Because of
As
cutting.
in the ones on his head.
Yeah.
also the ones that it was trying to grab. Yeah, but mostly the one that.
I'm gonna tackle it, or
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I have to. No, what the? Get this.
Yeah, if you tackle it, you can knock it back 2 squares in the direction you're moving.
For fuck's sake, it's out of the way. In the way.
Yeah, I usually close it after. That's why I have to keep closing it. So I like open the document, I do the move, and then I close it, and then I hit the token, and I go back. That's why I have to keep moving everything around.
Oh wait, look at that. Zoom that out all the way out.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. I can see what you're doing.
Okay,
Are you
you're
having
very
some
far
kind of-
away.
Are you having some kind of problem?
Oh boy.
Tackle.
Is me zooming out? Is this zooming out for you guys or
Yeah.
Zoom back in.
something?
I was gonna say if you want to like have it like center, you can refresh your page and
Oh, did you actually roll it now? Okay.
yeah, it hits.
Oh, good. Okay. Let me see how much damage you did
21. It says.
with the tackle. Oh yeah, that'll definitely. So yeah, So can you describe that for me just a little bit?
Okay, so how is it? What is it doing? Like
It looks like pretty injured. Like it like she kind of pulled it and it's basically like it fell backward like up the stairs almost like and it's on its back like and it's like struggling to get up.
I was gonna say don't
And
forget to
looks
move it.
pretty- and it looks pretty beat up. You know, that kind of thing.
I have to move it. Okay, hold up. What's going on?
So you're gonna like push
Oh.
it. You push it that way. Yeah.
So
And then so
I just like pick it up by the head.
right.
It's just slap it into the chair.
Okay. You slam it in the chair and its eyes
slap-
go like
I
oh,
slap
like
it
slap it. Yeah.
like super hard.
Okay.
Yeah, just,
Yeah. Boom.
I just like
And its
send it
eyes go all
spitting into the air. Just you see a mini tornado, and it just lands into the chair, twitching.
and it basically, it gets all dizzy. Its eyes go all swirly, and then it just like falls over.
Just falls over. It just falls over, twitching with his eyes like swirls, and it's just like, that's game over for you. It's game over for you.
So that's another one down.
Or blackout.
Now
that's blackout.
Another one down.
Stitches is going to move over here, turn uninvisible.
Cool.
Another one bites dust.
And she's going to use probably knockoff as her best move right now.
That's fine. Okay, so that won't do a lot of damage, but it'll do something.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because it's normal, or am I thinking backwards?
It's no.
Normal, dark is neutral against normal.
Yeah.
It's the reverse. Yeah, that's.
Well, I mean, Ghost can't even hit normals, and
Oh,
normals.
you just rolled really low. That's why it's red. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering why it was red. I was like, oh.
But there's
you
a
just
1
rolled.
in there. That's why it's red.
Yeah, that's why it's okay. Okay, so basically, like, I just imagine it sort of like targets that spot, like right where it's, where its head coin is, like bonks it a little bit, and it stumbles back, but it's still kind of on its feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did more damage than Karl did, so
yeah,
not like I did horrible.
Yeah, it stumbles backward, but it's like balancing, but it's like barely like standing.
Okay. So Gawd is going to move his 2 because everyone's in the way, and he's going to toss a Pokeball at the thing.
This stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah,
the one that pitches hit.
Let me calculate I need to go get is there a chart for capture rate? I hope there's
there is.
Okay, let me go in the chart real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I'd use a calculator, but I think the calculator is no longer working. I could try to open it again. But I'll do it manually just so I can get used to doing it. Okay, so capture rate, begin with 100, then subtract. Okay, so just give me a minute because I'm doing this for the first time. So I want to get used to doing it.
While you do that, I'll roll my D20 to see if I even hit.
Sure, see if you even, that makes sense.
Oh my god, I forgot to buy my equipment.
I'm pretty sure 17.
Stupid.
Yeah, 17 definitely hits.
I mean, I don't have any Pokeballs on me either.
No. So let me do this. So I'm doing oh wait, I have a calculator now. Okay, so take this 100 minus the level times 2. Then I do the next part, which is the health, right? So we go over here. Then we do if the Pokemon is above 75, above. Wait, why would it be above? Lower, subtract 15 is at 75% or lower. The Pokemon is at 50. Wait, so are these cumulative? No, these aren't cumulative. Is it 25 hit points or lower? Add a total. Wait, so why would I want to add to it? Isn't it you want to roll under or is it over?
Well, you're adding to the number I want to roll under.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay. So hold on. So then I would do... I'm checking it's 25%. Yeah, so it's at that rate. So then that means that I'm adding that. So I'm adding to the number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So number, I'm adding this. Okay. Then I do, if the Pokemon is at exactly 1, no. Pokemon is reduced to 0, cannot be captured. Pokeballs will fail to energize them. Next, look at the Pokemon. If it has 2 evolutions remaining, no. If the Pokemon has 1 evolution, do not change. No, so no. If the Pokemon has no evolutions remaining, no. Consider the Pokemon's rarity, subtract. No, it's not legendary. Shiny Meowth, secret legendary reincarnation of Arceus. No. Add 10. Okay, so here's my question. So I ended up with like over 100. Is that normal or is that like, does that not make sense?
You're now a Pokemon master. Congratulations.
Because
I never had to actually calculate the.
It would actually be over 100%. That's the thing. So I think you could just capture it. Because you wouldn't need to roll because it would be over 100.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Cap.
Because it doesn't say what would happen if it's over 100. But it says begin with the level, subtract the level times 2, which I did. And then I add 15, which ends up bringing it over 100. So I was...
Okay, first begin with 100, then subtract its level times 2.
Yeah, which I did. And then I add 15 because it's like at low health. So I'm like, it's over 100. So doesn't that mean you just catch it?
Yes.
I would assume that's what that means.
I guess so, but I'll still roll and just
Sure.
to see how many clicks it takes.
That's fine.
Oh.
So 94.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think you catch it pretty immediately.
Yeah. The lower is supposed to be better, so it'll probably be the.
Lower is better. Yeah. So it would click like 3 times, and then you'd have to,
hold down B.
Down B because you think that would actually work. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So you catch it basically automatically, which is good. Okay. So the thing is, so do you want to name this one because you caught it?
Yes, I am going to name all my Pokemon.
Okay, go ahead.
Of course you are. Good man.
I will do that later because I'm
Sure.
when we're not in battle.
Yeah, okay, no problem. I'm putting a blank here then, and then I'll give this one to you because this is number 1, right? Yeah. Okay. So I will pass this one to you. Let me give you ownership of it.
Okay.
And then I might actually put the sprite in this one, so I'll add it to Dustin's journal. Can be edited, controlled by you, Pokemon. I'll put partner here because you caught it.
Yeah. Because I'll need to see its gender and such.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'll take it out of wild Pokemon and I'll move it over here.
Okay. All right. That was a 18 speed one. Okay.
So, question: is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
That's good, right? I wouldn't know.
Don't worry, neither was Professor Oak.
Oh, hold on.
I still need to get my trainer's license.
I was moving it. Okay, there you go. So you're good.
Mm-hmm. I am now the owner of a Meowth.
I mean, it's like actually technically in this region, before you can own a Pokemon, you have to fill out several forms. But unofficially, yes, you have control over this Meowth now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to register it and all that stuff, and you don't have a license yet. So technically, you can't. Well, you can legally own Pokemon, but you have to have a special license to whatever. But the professor can sign off on these, so it's totally fine. You could probably keep it.
So in other words, you illegally captured.
I mean, she was the one who told me, "Hey, go catch this thing."
Yeah, exactly. That's the idea. So it's not like you couldn't keep these. It's just kind of funny. It's technically in this region, you don't legally own it until you sign all these forms and get permission to use it in the city and all these different things. It's is it spayed? Is it neutered? Is it is its claws cut? You have to do all these things to get it checked.
I'm I'm using it for battle. Why would I cut claws?
Exactly. You have to go to the department. You'll be like, listen, I'm using this for a fight. It's wait, you can't do that. Wait, you can, but you have to get it. It's this weird
Mm-hmm.
But we'll cover that later.
Bureaucracy.
Now it's yours. So yeah, that's good. Where'd I put the initiative? Okay. So then this one is yours now. So you can it's in your Pokeball.
Yeah, so I can just remove it off the thing.
Okay. Do you want me to remove it off the turn order? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, if I delete the token, it automatically removes it from the turn order.
This one's knocked out, so I'll put a knocked out thing over here. Dead.
I was going to say the giant red X is a good knockout one.
Yeah. I'm clicking it. It's not doing anything.
It's there. It's just under the X you have already.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to say the map's so fucking tiny that it's hard to make out.
Oh, I see what's going on now. Okay.
Yeah, this is supposed to be an X, but our tokens are really tiny.
That makes sense.
And why is Stitches knocked out?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
And Stitches was over here.
It's overlapping.
You're knocking out everybody except for the Meowth is dead. You killed him.
Okay.
Monster.
He's
one-
knocked out.
Oh yeah, this
He's
is the one.
probably injured, but not dead.
This is the one that's fighting Haru.
Well,
So
like
there's
the-
that one
don't.
attack. Haru now.
Man, it's a good thing Stitches rolled so low on her damage, because I would have knocked out that Meowth that I tried to catch.
Yeah, that is good. Why didn't I put moves on this one? I am so dumb. Okay, hold on.
You know,
I can
mean,
do that actually pretty fast.
Yeah, I was just like, look at the Meowth moves. And
No, I have the other one. Yeah, no, I put. It's weird because I was trying to do this quickly. I guess I missed some stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me just input the move real quick. It's gonna scratch you.
Wasn't the mouth that Haru was fighting knocked out?
Oh yeah, sorry, it was knocked
Yeah,
out. You're right.
One was knocked out. I think this is the only one that's left.
Yeah. Oh right. I had a little health bar, but it was actually the negative part of it. So I was like, oh, it must still have health. Oh wait, no, it's not.
No, yeah, like actually, having a health bar would probably like help a lot of people.
No, yeah, I did. I put a health bar on the. Okay, so the only one that's around still is the one that Maria's fighting. Okay, so Sammy, it's your go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not in range to help assist against the Meowth, but I am in range to give the Absol a helping hand.
Okay.
Nice.
What does that do in this version? I'm not actually aware 100%.
It gives a accuracy bonus and plus 10 to the attack.
Oh, that's really good.
Ooh.
Okay, so that hits. So you get +2 to your roll, Maria, and then you get. I'm like, this is so insane. And then +10 to damage with the next attack. Jeez,
My God.
that's intense.
I like that.
I'm just checking.
So it's really
Okay.
intense at the low levels, but it peters off later on.
I'm sure, but that's still nuts.
I mean, like, the time I got rid of Help in Hand, it was like at the very end of the game, pretty much. So like, I think it really peters off, and
Of course, yeah. I'm just like, that's a pretty cool starting move, though. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the games, Helping Hand is, unless you're doing doubles, it's like useless. So I still like it in this version, because in this game, it's actually pretty good.
yeah.
I
Right,
hate it in
we
the
have a
games,
lot
though.
more.
But in this, it's pretty good. Anyway.
yeah.
I mean, one of the advantages of helping hand is it also has priority.
Right.
Oh, nice.
So this Meowth is going to attack Maria.
Boy,
This one actually has its things correct, so I will. Doesn't have a normal. And then physical. There we go. Did I put targeted on this thing? Note to self, get better at statting these NPCs, because I did it too fast, and I don't know why, because I think I did it right, but the thing might have glitched or something.
It's all right. Like we said, this is our first
Yeah.
game, so like, there's no real.
Okay, so it's doing that amount of damage to you minus your defense.
which is
Oh wait, it did AC no check. Hold on, I have to re-roll it because apparently it did not. I didn't put the AC in correctly.
I think my defense is.
I was gonna say you can just roll a d20 if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, sure. Is it just a flat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
What's your evasion, Maria?
Oh, my evasion is. Let me double check.
Okay, I think that would hit because it only needs to hit like a.
What the hell is my evasion?
it should be in your
Physical evade. 1.
Okay, yeah. So that would
Speed
hit you.
Did you add your speed evasion 2 or no? Because that also
Yeah,
applies.
total
Yeah.
3.
No, you don't add your speed evade. It's speed evade is for special or not
Yeah.
special status attacks.
Yeah.
So
So
only?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you added your speed evasion to it, but apparently not.
So
well,
yeah,
that's
so
nice.
27 minus your defense, your physical defense. That'll be the damage you take.
My physical defense was 8.
So you're only taking 19.
What? No, my physical defense is 8. Oh yeah, 19. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm good at math, I swear.
So it just scratches you a little bit, but it barely does anything
Minus 19.
like substantial.
Minus 19.
Unless that is like, I think you have like 40 health or something. So that's
45.
the same.
Yeah. Trainers have a lot more health than Pokemon.
Right. So Haru, your go. If you want to help anybody, but it looks like things are wrapping up at this point.
I mean, you could heal me if you can heal. Can you heal?
That's true.
I don't even know how healing works.
Shuri?
Hi.
It's your turn.
It looks like everything's calmed down on this end, so I won't do anything.
Sure. Okay. Maria, you go.
So I'm probably just gonna stab it again, frankly.
Sure. Go ahead.
Scratch.
Stab it with your claws. Just shank it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shank it. I'm gonna shank it. How do I add the extra bonus thingies?
I'll add it a manual. I can just do it manually.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, engage shank maneuver.
Okay, so that would still hit anyway, so you're good. And then you're doing like 33 damage to it because of the bonus. So.
Is that a crit?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the damage if it had been a crit.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely gonna knock it out.
Yeah.
Easily, like without any effort. So you knock that one out.
Oh yeah, hella shank.
Okay, battle's over.
Oh.
Stitches is going to return to Gawd's side.
Oh wait.
Yeah, wrong game.
Way to go, Stitches. We've caught our first Pokemon. And the Meowth's name is Denari.
Denari? Okay. I will go and put that in.
Robert Denari.
Robert Denari.
And
you did it already. Okay.
Yeah.
And you got a picture? Okay, cool. Good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Doing my work for me. I appreciate it. I'm going to remove these because they're basically, dead or not. They're incapacitated, so they're not really, you can't catch them now.
Are you doing Dex EXP?
Oh, you mean like for the Pokedex?
Yeah, because that's one way for trainers to evolve is if they catch Pokemon and such.
Yeah, I think so for this game. I mean, you're not going to encounter as many wild Pokemon as you would in a normal game, but I would definitely give you experience for doing that because it was a mission that you got.
Okay.
And in most cases, yeah, you would get the experience.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if we were doing milestone levels.
I'm doing both, so
okay.
Because there are a lot of milestones you could hit in this, and then you would have experience. So I'll give you. I'll do experience after the session.
All right.
Because we're pretty much wrapping up at this point now. But essentially, so I'll do it right as we're done, and then I'll show everyone how the XP works.
Okay.
But I wanted to give you the Pokedex because I forgot to. You didn't pull out the Pokedex, so I'm assuming you do it now when you catch it.
Oh yeah. I'll bring out Denari and then point my Pokédex at her.
Meowth, the Scratch Cat Pokemon. Meowth loves to roam at night to gather coins and other objects that sparkle, but it spends most of the daylight hours sleeping.
I was like, do you have all these memorized?
No, I have that written down.
Okay. I'm like, what if I pointed at Stitches?
Error. Please wait. Loading. Goes in Bulbapedia. Hold on.
Wow, your Pokédex sucks.
It's an old model. It's not like these fancy new ones that are Rotom that won't shut up, They're older.
Yeah, it's a classic one. classic Cantonian one.
I'm like, huh, isn't this the one that calls you stupid?
I just use this one. It's a fucking phone.
It's like a flip Pokedex. It's like really old.
No, it's just a phone. It's an iPhone sort of thing. I just use the internet.
I'm just like, look, have you seen my technology education?
Excuse me?
Exactly. That is the perfect time to roll a 1 on technology education.
Oh, wow. Good job showing up.
That's beautiful.
Have you seen? No, it's like you try to pull out the Pokedex. It's like
It crashes in your hand.
breaks. No, I think that's actually what happens. You try pointing it at Shuppet, and it's just like error. No Pokemon detected. Come on, work! Damn it!
Oh, come on, just like smack it and like it falls to the ground. Like,
I think like as you're hitting it, you get like these text messages that's showing up like from the professor. Like, did you catch the Pokemon yet?
oh, I will send the message back. Yes, I caught a Meowth.
Do you send her like a picture of it?
Yeah, let's.
You send her a picture, and she's like, "Oh, that's really cute. You can come back to the lab now."
All right.
Like, oh, thank God.
What are the rest of you doing after the battle? Just in general, like I don't need like a.
Is there anyone I can beg for sponsorship?
Well, there's some people around that you could talk to. You could try talking
Any
to them.
that look like they have money.
Well, you're not really sure who has money, but you see this mysterious blonde boy sort of leaving with a. Well, the Shuppet's not invisible, so you can. Oh, the Shuppet's not out, so you don't see it, but you think you saw something before, kind of moving around, but it was really small.
Around the speed of sound.
And also, Gyn's there, but he doesn't really seem very interested in you. There's also the Absol over there, who's like basically like what is Maria doing at this point? Just so I know.
Kind of the Meowth and kind of just shoving him out of the way.
Right. So
I need to take
you
off.
know, so Maria's basically just like cleaning up the mess that this Meowth is left on the floor.
You know, the mess
There's a Meowth splattered over the wall.
But she looks like the thing about Maria is that she actually looks pretty like mature. Like, you know, she looks like a full-grown adult compared to you guys who are all like younger.
Sure.
So you could probably ask her for help.
Oh yeah, ask the chronically unemployed Absol for money.
I mean, you're gonna get money. You won your fight.
True.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach the Absol. I'm like, I'm a performer. I kind of need sponsors. Will you be my sponsor?
I don't have much money, but I mean, if I get something, sure, I guess. I don't know.
That's why you're down here?
Yes, I'm looking for sponsors.
Will you be my senpai?
You know what, kid? I'll help you out. I can't sponsor myself, but I know a few people, and I can probably find someone willing to sponsor you.
This is an idiotic
You look a
idea.
little young to be pit fighting, though.
What?
Oh, Marcy.
You look a little young to be pit fighting.
I'm looking for a sponsor for Pokemon contests.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, like I
well-
said in the document, like this is what kids her age would be doing. Like they wouldn't be down here. Like a lot of them wouldn't be down here like fighting.
Well, we
They'd
freaking
be,
hope so. I mean, come on.
the most of the kids these days just do contests, and like that's what's normal in this
Yeah.
area. So like, yeah, it makes sense.
I could look around and ask around for you. I'm sure I'll help you out, kid.
That sounds good. I'm hoping to get as many sponsors as I can get. so I can pay off my student loans, get my trainer's license, and become a trainer.
I'm a trainer, huh?
Sounds nice.
What's your name?
You can call me Sammy.
Okay, Sammy. So yeah, I'll ask around. I mean, I can't comment on anything, obviously, but yeah, I'll see if I can find something for you.
All right.
You got a Pokétech or something?
I'm gonna pull out something that looks like a bit of Sinnoh technology and be like, "Is this a Pokédex?"
Text, I said, the phone thing.
I was like, roll technology education. Is it a Pokédex?
No, I meant the phone or whatever they call it in Pokemon.
Yeah, like a
Poke-
transceiver or something.
They
Like
call it a Pokétech, or am I getting confused?
Was it the
Oh, they
Pokegear?
called it the Poketch in Sinnoh.
oh, the Poketch, right?
Well, that was the watch.
It was
I
a
thought
phone.
that was the phone thing.
It was everything.
What was the one from?
Oh, the
From
phone
the
thing
Pokemon.
was the Pokegear from Johto.
Pokegear, right. Whatever. Well, I asked her for a phone number, contact details, whatever.
I'll give her my phone. I'll give you my phone number. I'll offer my phone number as best I can. I'm looking for the technology education skills so I can roll.
A 5. Well, you know what they're talking about, even if they're talking about something that's like a little older.
Yeah.
Like they're basically just asking for your number, so you have to trade friend codes, basically.
Trade friend codes, yes.
Cool. And now I'm gonna call you up every day to talk to my Rattata. Oh yes. Motherfucking Rattata.
Hey, I'm a level 50 Absol. You want to fight? I just imagine you do that. You just like call someone. You're like, "Hey, you want to fight an Absol?" They're like, "No."
Except for that Machop, who would probably never gonna fight me again.
Yeah.
Trying to warn her though.
That like
trying to warn her.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because part of your vision would probably show you that she's probably not going to fight for a while because she's so heavily injured.
Yeah.
I'm like, she only has 3 injuries. You can remove, I think, up to 3 in a Pokemon Center.
That's true. They do have Pokemon Center. They might not have Pokemon Centers down here though. It's a little
Yeah, in the
more.
underground, probably not.
I mean, they might, but like it's harder to get access to one.
And expensive as hell, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's not like free down here. It's more like Po Town. You have to go to the people who have the Pokemon Center, and they get to decide if you can use it or not.
Po Town from freaking Sun Moon.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, Potown had the Pokemon Center that charged you 10 Pokédollars.
So they might charge a fee or something, but yeah, they could probably get healed up. But injury might, damage them psychologically as well. That sort of thing.
That's okay.
Not all injuries are physical. They're just debilitated. Even if they get better, because of course Haru can heal them up and get them to some kind of medical attention. But even if they get healed, they might not want to fight for a long time.
I mean, especially after that defeat. I mean, come on.
That was kind of pathetic, yeah.
Losing because he fell off the cage and smacked into the floor.
K.O.
So after you talk to...
I'm just waiting for like the story where like 50 levels later she's like a fucking Machamp and wants revenge.
Oh my god.
Maybe. Anyway.
Oh god.
I have a
Anyway, after you talk to Sammy, do you just leave, or are you gonna hang around, or are you gonna like follow anybody, or are you gonna like go home?
I don't know, frankly.
That's fine. I'll ask someone else then. So, Gyn, you got into a fight with a Meowth and got freaked out. But then you tackled it, and now you're okay. So, what are you doing now that the battle is sort of over?
I'm going to where I was going before I was freaking tackled in here.
Okay, where were you going?
I was going to train my professionals.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so you're going to train. So I think what would be kind of interesting.
This was a complete waste of my time. Goodbye.
Oh my god, you're the Sasuke of the group.
He is.
Oh god.
The guy say I'm freaking Shonen Ninja guy, but no, I'm the side character.
Oh, yeah, see? He's twisting everyone's expectations. He's not Naruto, he's Sasuke.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
thinking
did
of the guy with the eye from Yu Hashiko. Fuck.
Oh, you're here?
wait, so I'm older and unlucky. Does that mean I'm Kakashi?
Maybe. I think that makes the most sense at this point. Oh, well, I don't want to say, oh my god, because then that means that, I don't want to say that Haru is Sakura, because that's just pathetic. I'm not going to start doing that.
But it's true.
Oh god.
Oh, but he is gonna be the healer, and
Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry. I definitely don't want you to be Sakura.
and God is Shikamaru.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen.
Because
Yeah,
he can do weird shadow shit.
Shadow nonsense. Yeah, basically. Anyway, moving on from that tangent. Yeah. So what happens with you? I said God again. Gyn, because you both have G's, so I mixed up. So Gyn, you kind of walk down the stairs onto the floor where like Maria is standing. So you would like pass her, and you'd sort of have a like exchange glances.
Maria?
Oh, excuse me.
Let's see. Is Maria right?
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
down
that's
here.
all.
Why isn't like anything working? Like when I click,
That's quite the ability you have there.
I do not know.
let me just refresh my roll 20.
I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have played an Absol. It's making everything bad luck.
I'm sorry, what?
Everything's breaking because I played an Absol.
No. The whole stream's coming down. Everything's been lost. My computer's dying. It's on 1%. I'm gonna be
Okay. Okay, now it's working normally.
How's that?
Fixed it.
No, as I was gonna say. There's some nice skills you have there.
Yeah. So like you're heading off stage basically, but as you walk down the steps, you can or right down the ramp or whatever, you can see Maria, so you guys can sort of talk.
I like pass by and just say, those are nice skills you have there. And I just walk away.
Doesn't take much skill to sidestep.
I'm sorry, what?
Doesn't take much skill to sidestep.
I'm not talking about your physical skill.
What? I'm confused.
I'm not sure what it is, but you have some sort of skill.
I can tell by your eyes.
Do you have like a cult? Is your occult really high, or is that one of the ones you dumped? I don't remember, Carl.
I don't think that's one of the ones
I was gonna say my occult's really high because kind of has to be for my.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cult is one of the ones I dumped.
Well, I'm talking to Carl. I'll check. Hold on.
is 2.
Okay, yeah. Can you roll that real quick?
Okay.
Okay, well,
What?
you don't have any exact idea of what they might have been doing, but something strange probably happened. But you can't really you aren't really specifically aware of like what. But whatever they're doing definitely isn't like normal.
What would the fight mean?
Yeah, like that's what.
Oh, he was saying. Okay, he was saying that I used future fight.
Right, like he wouldn't know that, like what kind of what you did or what happened, but he is aware that like something strange probably happened, but he can't really pinpoint exactly, but he can guess that something probably happened.
Like, pretty much what I'm trying to say is like, I know you did something. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it had something to do with you because of the way you.
Are you sure she did something and it wasn't just intuition?
Perhaps.
She could have just really understood that Machoke.
I am good at understanding people.
Mush.
I'm like, God, I wish I saw the fight before so I can throw in my like 2 cents here because I have the fucking thing that's like, oh, I can see psychic energies.
Yeah. But you weren't there during the fight, so
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I have
Uh-huh.
nothing to say and I'm leaving. So
That's fine.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get the fuck out. We don't want your kind here. We're all Pokemorphs here.
oh wow, bringing the race card into this.
So Jin, you go leave to train.
Yeah.
They're sort of exchanging numbers, and then Haru goes up.
You
basically like fly into the stands before Gawd leaves and asks him if he's okay.
Oh, I'm quite all right. None of the meows managed to attack me at all.
Well, now that I think about it, while we asked for sponsors together, I was going to ask if I could invite my performing partner to come with us.
I mean, you could text her, but you don't know where she is right now.
Well, I mean, I was going to send a text, but I was going to ask Maria if it's okay if I bring her along while we ask for sponsors.
If you can be performing with her, I'd say it's better to bring her along than not, frankly.
All right, I'll send a text to Hotaru.
Okay.
I found somebody who can help us find sponsors.
I think she's asking like where, like where did you find this person? Like
In an underground fighting pit.
I'm gonna send her a text saying,
Hi, I talked to an older
I
woman in
found
underground
this
fight.
person underground. We helped save people from a bunch of rabid meows.
Oh, okay. I gotta ask an important question. So, can I use my psychonic sight to see where the meows came from?
That's a good question. Like how would that work? Just to explain to me, because like I'm not sure how that would work. So
It says here that like Pokemon or each target leaves a distinguishing
resonance, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, one thing you could do in theory is the Meowth that you have could not necessarily tell you, but it has tracking, so it could like show you where it came from.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I can ask Denari. I'll release my Meowth, who's still kind of hurt.
Yeah, it kind of stumbles around for a bit, kind of getting used to being thrown out of a Pokeball, and like kind of starts wobbling up the stairs like slowly. It's not moving very quickly because it's sort of injured.
Yeah.
Actually, how many injuries does it have now? Because it was
it
like
would probably take 2 because it took a
that makes
major
sense.
hit and
I will.
more than half its.
So could you mark those for me, please?
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the injured Meowth kind of moves out of the actual underground area. Haru, are you gonna follow them?
Haru holds them up for a second and holds out a bottle of enriched water and says, "Hold on, let that Meowth rest for a few minutes and get some water."
All right, I'll call Denari back. Hold on. Go.
Yeah, it stops.
Enriched water is basically a potion, heals 20 hit points, and it's an extended action.
The interesting thing is that like you it's not as feral as it was when it was like attacking you, but it's still kind of like it's not like it doesn't look like it's gonna attack you immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's not necessarily like a loyalty even 2, but it's like not a 0 either, so it's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Like a 1.
Yeah, it's like a 1.
I'm like, thank God I can use my command to...
Like, you don't know exactly, because it's supposed to be like a secret thing, but just to give you an idea of like if I were to give you it, if you were to have a gauge, like it could be a 0, but it looks like it could be a 1 too, or but it's definitely not very loyal to you immediately.
Gee, I wonder why that could be.
I also have an enriched water, so.
Oh, if you wanted to use one of yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you want to, like, save it for, like, one of the other people who might be injured.
I've got like 3, but
I actually have a straight-up potion also, so I can use that.
well, I have potions too.
Yeah, I
have
know.
all of the healing shit.
Do you explain that? I mean, like during this conversation, do you like explain that to Gawd? You're like, oh yeah, I heal people, like, or does that not really come up?
Yeah, I just mentioned that
pink hair, that means you nurse joy.
I'm a healer, and
Oh.
You have pink hair, that makes you an honorary nurse joy.
oh god.
It's simple.
Nice. I'm a Pokemon trainer. Well, I mean, kind of. I still haven't yet got my official license yet, but I'm under the tutelage of Professor Palm.
Ah.
I mean, you're so for Haru's reference, you like, she's pretty famous, but most people just think she's a crazy old witch or weirdo or something like.
Maybe not.
Oh, okay.
My condolences.
I mean, those are the rumors. Like, if you've never met her, everyone thinks she's just weird.
And I was gonna say, if anyone mentions that out loud, God's going to have his creepy smile and roll intimidate.
Because he studies ghosts. She studies ghosts and stuff. Like, that's just weird. So you understand what that would imply about him. If that make know what I mean?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm God.
That you're a god?
Yes, I'm God. This is the exact reason why I named him that.
Oh my god.
Yes?
Oh, okay.
Lord Arceus, is that you?
Well, good for you.
Yes, God is the reincarnation of Arceus.
Lord Arceus!
Let me, if you don't mind, let me have a quick look at your head. I want to make sure that you weren't hurt.
I'm pretty sure I'm not injured.
It's like, are you okay? It seems you're going insane. Let me shake your head.
Do you need my care card?
Your care card.
You're gone. Let me shake your head.
Or I guess my Pokemon ID?
Have you run into any Zubats lately?
No, just the Meows. And a few Shuppets.
Did your parents use seismic tough on you when you were a child?
Can you tell me when you started to believe you were God?
Since that is my name?
Your name is God.
Yes. Short for Godwin.
Okay.
God.
It's a very odd name, but okay. Has anyone told you that's an odd name?
I do get that quite a bit.
I wonder why.
I think the Meowth just starts like pawing, like, because you pull out the water, right? It's like pawing at your leg.
We should have given it the water while this conversation was going
Yeah,
on.
I already gave it.
Okay, yeah, you already.
This is going on while the Meowth is resting.
You can heal it, yeah, but it starts licking up the water as you're talking, yeah.
How many waters did you have in your inventory?
Well, I had one potion which I gave it, and then another water and a candy bar.
Yeah, so you can...
Oh, you used a potion on it?
Yeah, because potions are strictly used for Pokemon in these games, so... Might as well save the thing that's used for trainers on, just in case.
Right, exactly. So you can heal it with
Yeah.
that potion.
Oh, well, that should be enough then. I won't use water.
Mm-hmm. And I also have bandages and one repel and full heal.
All right, well,
Nice.
if your mouth is better, let's see where it leads us.
All right, let's go, Denari.
So a few minutes pass, and Denari starts going up the stairway. So as God is leaving, where the two of you go, like that are down in the lower area, are you sort of just gonna go wander around the underground while you wait for Hotaru to get there, or are you gonna?
Well, we're gonna set up a meeting place to meet Hotaru, hopefully, like some cafe or something.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Above ground or like here?
Above ground.
Okay, that makes sense.
Above ground.
Okay, and then Jin, you're just gonna go off and train, so we'll handle that like at the beginning of the next session. 'Cause it'll basically count as if you were. It basically counts as if you were a trainer training your Pokemon because you're training yourself, and you are yourself. Okay.
Fucking
So I'll cover that with you in the next session. So I'll make a note. I'll show you how that works because that'll be a good way for me to do that tutorial, like show you how training works. So I will make a note of that.
Oh, by the way, did Nari just have the normal Meowth moves? Because
Oh yeah, so his moves aren't any different. I think he just has growl and scratch. Yeah.
okay, just wanted to make sure because like
that one was the fourth one, right?
it was the one with the 18 speed.
Okay, and then did the abilities copy over too?
I don't have its abilities.
Okay. Because I remember I did generate those.
Yeah. Well,
Is it the one?
It's either pickup or tactician. So.
No, I know that. I remember one. I think that one was the fifth one. The fourth one was the one with technician. That's why I made it special. But then you guys didn't catch that one.
Okay. So it has pickup.
Yeah, it has pickup.
Which, yeah, I'm not complaining. Pickup's a good ability.
Pickup's not bad. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, pickup gets you random items between fights.
Did its nature copy over, or do I have to generate that?
Its nature is skittish.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure because I don't remember if everything copies over correctly.
And it would encounter it in the underground.
Yeah, encountered in the underground, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would put that too.
Oh god, now I feel like playing a Nuzlocke with.
Right.
Sorry, what?
I'm like, oh god, I'm coming back to my Nuzlocke senses. Like, oh, I caught in the underground. That means I can't catch anything here.
Right. Yeah. Well, you can't because you knocked everything else out. So.
And this is my first encounter in this area, so.
Yeah. So, I'll make a note of that too.
Well, I couldn't catch anything because I didn't have any balls. And I didn't want to be arrested for owning balls and not having a license.
I'm like, we're in the underground.
I think you are allowed to like own Pokeballs without a license. It's more just owning the Pokemon you aren't allowed to have, which I know sounds kind of weird, but like you could technically use Pokeballs as like a defense mechanism.
But like owning a gun, like.
Well, no, they're not like dangerous. So you could have a Pokeball like and use it to like stop a wild Pokemon from attacking you, but you wouldn't be able to use it to like use a Pokemon to fight. I think it's like different if you have a Pokemon that like you're just keeping as a pet.
Okay.
That's different. But if you're using it to fight, that requires a lot more like paperwork because that's like considered. That's less favorable in the region. So the idea is like if you're trying to battle with it, you have to get like training, and like you can't just be a 10-year-old kid using like the Pokemon. That's the whole logic I'm trying to apply. Is like you can't. They don't let just 10-year-old kids run around fighting with Pokemon. But if you're keeping it as a pet, I think that's okay in the region. Like, when I'm talking about the licensing and stuff, it's more just strictly like battling. But if you keep the Pokemon as like a pet, it's technically not illegal unless they're Pokemorphs, because then you have to have them registered because they have rights and stuff.
Oh, quick question about pickup.
Yeah, sure.
How often can I like use it? Because it doesn't.
Yeah, I remember I had this looked up. I will look it up again though.
Because I'm like,
I did.
man, this is pretty cool.
I know you roll on a chart, but I have to go grab the actual ability again. I'll tell you because I think it's daily. Okay, no, it's as an extended action that requires 5 minutes, so you are allowed to do it. As long as you're not in combat, and I think it's reasonable for you to do so. So you could do it right now if you want.
All right, sure.
That'll take up more time, but you could technically do it.
I'll just roll that d20 now.
Sure.
I find nothing.
What, did you get a 1?
I got 2.
Okay, let me see, because I don't think the number actually... You get better stuff if you have a higher number, but I don't think you actually... no, it says you find nothing. You're right. Okay. No, you find nothing, but the Meowth is mostly looking for where it came from anyway, so...
Yeah. Okay, just wanted...
So it basically kind of wanders around for a bit, and it shows you like this little sort of not like a nest, but like a little sort of trash hovel that it's sort of set up.
Okay.
And like you notice that there are like not like there are people like dressed in black with like little caps on. They don't really have like emblems on their chest, but they're wearing like jackets. So if they did have emblems, they're like covered up.
Or what they could do is they could have the emblems on the jackets.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean like they're covering whatever. You can't see like what emblems they have because they're like covering them.
True. I thought most criminal organizations showed their emblems of pride.
Well, they do have like a badge like on their chest that's like red and has like it looks kind of like a bug or something. Like it's a red bug with like a little like antennas. Like it looks like a badge, like that you'd find at like a Pokemon gym, but it's not like a.
Oh God, it's the bug catchers.
But like these guys have like there's like a red bug kind of shape on there, and it has
like a ladybug.
Would it happen to recognize them?
Yeah, you would recognize them. But I would have you make a roll anyway, just because you might not like.
Yeah.
Know 100% like who these specific people are, or what they're doing here, or whatever.
What type of role would that be?
That would be. Let me check. I have to look.
Oh, my general education isn't one. It's my intuition that's one.
Yeah, I'm looking. Haru was the one who was asking, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Let me see. Well, it depends. Like, are you like asking them like who are you? Because then that you could use a skill to like try to get them to like tell you, or you could just try to remember.
I'm just trying to remember.
Okay, that's fine. I think it would be basically general in this case, like general education at that point. Then.
Okay.
I mean, I could say it could also be Pokemon, because technically they're, like, affiliated with Pokemon, but, like...
I was thinking it could be, like, focus if it's trying to remember something, but it's 2d6.
Ah, okay, no, that makes sense, too. That also works.
It's 2d6 no matter which way you go, so...
Yeah, so you just roll it, yeah. Okay. You know that these people are in a group because the badges denote that they are part of, like, a gang. But and this gang is the one that's in this area, like, popular. But you don't really hang out with them. So you don't know what they're up to or what they're doing. But they don't seem very happy that you're hanging around here. So it'd be better if you left quickly.
God's going to walk up right to them.
Okay, great.
God,
he doesn't want an intuition.
Haru tugs on his sleeve and whispers, "Hey, this is the local gang. Be careful what you do."
Oh, don't worry. I'll be all right.
She's not like holding him back. It was just that
Right.
one quick tug on the sleeve, and
Tugging,
now he's
yeah.
free to move however
Right,
he
he's tugging
pleases.
on them. Yeah. So
I'm actually gonna have Denari return and
okay.
bitches. I'll just throw her over there because I don't think it's.
Yeah. So this guy, he doesn't like get aggressive with you immediately, but he sort of gets in your face, and he's wearing like sunglasses indoors, and he's got like this big jacket with like this pin on it, and he's wearing like these big gloves, and he starts like making motions like he's gonna like hit you or something. It's like, what you doing messing with our meows, huh? We're supposed to get cash for us. It ain't getting cash for you. And give it back.
God's going to basically just have a smile on his face and go, "Oh, really? So that explains a lot. Well, the thing is, that Meowth wasn't captured, so it wouldn't be yours." And he's going to roll Intimidate.
Okay, sure.
12.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not bad. So the other guys are like, hey, maybe we should let him off. Hey, maybe we should let you off. Hey, you give us some money, we'll forget about all this.
Forget about it.
You can keep that one. That one is one of our best ones.
Forget about it.
We can get another one. It's not a problem. There are plenty down here.
I'm going to bring out my wooden sword.
Okay.
See, the thing is, that's not going to happen.
The guy like backs up. He's like reaching for his own like knife or whatever, like as you're pulling out yours.
Okay, I will. Thank God I can use my intimidate for disarm checks.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So roll intimidate again, because
Is that like a post or something against him or?
let me check disarm because this is the first time this has come up for me.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I will look it up as well.
Hmm.
We will see who gets it faster.
Yeah. One wheel there. Weapon of choice. Yep. I guess it's just disarmed, not disarmed.
Right. I'm looking at it. I'm looking for it now. Oh, it's under maneuvers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I think I had it, and then I went around it. Here we go. I got it. So AC 6. So that would be good enough. Status.
I think I would have to roll an actual like D20 to do the AC, but.
Right. But so that means, well, I would say you and the target make opposed combat or no. So it's you have to roll to hit it first, and then you make a skill check.
Yeah, which that would be that because I can use my intimidate instead of the.
Right. So you would roll first.
Okay, 19.
Yeah, no problem. You're good. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
So you so if you win, the target's main hand offhand falls. So so I think what happens is you tell your story and then he'll just drop and give up and be like, so you do your thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna give you this chance now, and I'm basically holding the wooden sword to his face, like.
Yeah, and it looks kind of broken and doesn't even look like a really functional weapon.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is, I can hit him with like one square away, so.
Right.
So you're going to disband this little group and leave this area, and stop stealing from people.
Yeah, why should I? And he seems like he's like his he hasn't pulled out his knife yet, and he's like looking at you, but he's like shaking.
Because if you don't, I will return, and me and my little friend Stitches is going to like appear behind him. Are going to be back.
He's like, he turns around, like, where'd that come from? Ah!
And we're not going to be very pleased.
All right, man, I get it.
Good.
You're like, is it like I'm trying to remember, like fighting types get like wrecked by ghost types or whatever, right? Or is it?
They cannot hit.
Well, fighting type moves can't even damage ghost
Right.
types.
So I think that's what they're yelling, like as they're leaving. They're like, "We can't even hit that thing. Let's get it the fuck out of here." And they start turning and running away, and the guy drops his knife on the ground.
I'm gonna pick up that knife.
Okay, you get a knife.
Do.
It's like a basic.
I'm impressed. I mean, you'll probably want to watch your back from now on, but it was still impressive.
Oh, they weren't so scary.
Oh yeah, these guys weren't, but they're probably just the grunts.
They're gonna get their boss, and then he's gonna come, and then you're gonna be screwed. Maybe.
You know, maybe I can have a word with the arena managers. They wouldn't be too happy to find out people were trying to steal from the audience.
Well, I think they'd be more upset if they didn't come up with it themselves.
That would be a pretty good idea.
Well, no, then who would come into the arena? Who would bet? Who would come to bet on the fights?
I don't really know. I don't really come down here much. I kind of was just looking for Pokemon that were attacking people in the subway. And then got kind of lost.
Ah. Well, then maybe you don't want to be have connections to the underground more than you have to.
I actually am gonna make a note that the gang will remember this.
Yeah.
It's a telltale game now.
Yeah, basically. I almost wanted to write Deus. That's how much he reminds me. I was literally typing Deus, and I had to get rid of it.
Yes.
Totally reminded me of Deus.
So from here, you're gonna head back to the professor. They're gonna go meet at a cafe to like meet with Hataru, I think.
Yeah, Hataru. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I'll do that next session. But you were gonna return to the professor.
Yeah.
Does Haru want to come with you, or are they gonna like stay here and help with the Machoke? Or
I'm probably gonna go. Actually, what are you doing down here? This doesn't seem like the place for a healer.
Well, yeah, but until I'm licensed, it's about the only place I can. I can't practice until I'm licensed, and this pays for schooling.
Oh, so you're just looking for the practice?
What was that? You cut out a bit.
I was just saying you're just looking for the practice, eh? Couldn't find any injured baby bird Pokemon?
The practice and the money.
Ah. I can put in a good word with the professor. She could use an assistant. Though most of her Pokemon are ghost type, so I mean I'm sure that they still get injured, but I don't know if how healing them if they would be the same.
That's what I was imagining. I'm like, you go back to the professor. Can she heal ghosts? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well,
Well, I mean, ghost type Pokemon are still Pokemon, so.
Right, that's what's weird about it, right? You know, I'm thinking about that in my head. I'm like, could a Pokemon healer still use medicine somehow to heal ghosts? Like, do they train you for that in Pokemon school? They're like, this Ghastly has a twisted limb. You have to fix it. It's like, how? How did it even happen?
Yeah, they don't have limbs.
Yeah, I was like, what limbs?
We have to perform surgery with this ectoplasm, right?
She's probably trained to heal them. She just,
Doesn't like
her occult education is pathetic.
Yeah, so maybe she
So
would.
she knows how to heal them, just not how to handle them.
Right.
Yeah, probably would need like assistance from like someone who does have.
everyone.
Right.
But
So-
yeah, like I said, I could put in a good word with the professor if you need a legitimate job.
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure
Not
that
as crazy as everyone thinks she is.
I'm not sure what she could offer me, but go ahead.
All right. Speaking
You
of
like-
which,
Do you like trade information?
sure.
Sure, let's do that.
Just so we have an excuse to kind of have everybody like know each other's contact. That way, you guys can actually be a group. You know.
Yes, except for the Sasuke of our group.
Well, I
I
mean,
train alone.
of course, I train alone. I need to get. I know unless he does the whole thing where he's like, I need to get revenge against my brother. Then he's okay. His brother's like a freaking. I'm trying to remember what.
Yeah, I was like, what's the second evolution of Oshawatt?
The D-Watt.
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother is probably already a samurai.
No, I was gonna say his brother is the freaking ninja or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say Samurott would probably be like fucking Obito or Madara.
Yeah, exactly. So the this is getting weird. Let's move on.
Yeah, we were getting too much of a Naruto tangent here.
Anyway, so I'm trying to imagine these Pokemon with like Sharingan or something. It's funny. Anyway, the key thing is that you kind of trade information and then you return to the the lab, and Haru I guess stays here and works on healing.
Yep.
So the professor would kind of congratulate you on a good job, and that's sort of where we would leave off for now.
By the way, what's the quality of that knife? Because is it like better than my wooden stick?
Yeah, it actually is a better weapon than your wooden stick. What are the quality like ratings where I would look at?
Let's see. There is a
I think it would be like a basic weapon, but it wouldn't be as bad as like a broken one.
yeah. So okay, so it would be a simple weapon probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like a simple weapon, that sounds perfect.
I'm like, does it actually have a weapon move?
No. I don't think so. Do they have moves attached to the items?
If it doesn't have a move, then it's a crude weapon.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, there's weapon moves in the PTU.
Yeah, actually, I think it would have a move then, because I'm looking it up now. Yeah, it probably would. It would have some kind of like stabbing move.
Okay.
Probably Scratch.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it would have.
That just makes sense.
Okay, well, there's also like moves there that are not like Pokemon moves, but I can take Scratch if that works.
That works for me. Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Unless I change my mind, but yeah, for now you can put that in.
Okay.
I don't think that'll break the game, so it sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't have any moves, so I'm like, oh, does this have a move?
Yeah, that makes sense. I should probably let you have that then.
Yeah, now you have Scratch from a dagger.
Yes. I just copy Meow Scratch because
Yeah. Well, let me look because I I don't think it would have the pass. That's why I think it'd be kind of weird to have scratch.
Mhm.
So I'll look at the weapon moves again. I'll see if I want to give you a different one.
Uh,
That's the only reason why I think it's kind of weird, because I'm like, pass doesn't really make sense. Like, quick attack makes the most sense to me because it's a knife, but I don't know if that's too good.
let's see.
I would have to check the weapon attacks.
Mhm.
Here we go. Short range weapons. No, that's for range weapons. Large weapons. Fine crude weapons. Do not grant moves, but only modify struggle. Grant a single move. Yeah, okay. So that would be. Well, it says you need to be adept at combat.
But because of my thing, I can be adept at intimidation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm looking these up now.
That's why I'm an apparition, because
yeah.
it's like, I can use my intimidation instead of combat for a lot of my moves.
So there's cheap shot here because it says weapon suggestions dagger. So yeah, cheap shot. It would be cheap shot.
Okay, I'll take cheap shot then.
Yeah, because that definitely it doesn't miss, but I think that makes way more sense than scratch, because scratch is a,
Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly what it says here. So I'll do that. So cheap shot. Yay, fixed. Okay, moving on. So you guys are doing that. The professor congratulates you. Now I'll give out XP and then we can wrap things up.
Mhm.
So let me go to that section so I can show you guys what to do. And you guys can mark XP on your sheets, but then you'll be getting XP for Pokemon and, well, I mean, Shuppet will get XP separately, but these characters, they get, XP for themselves, and they didn't catch any Pokemon, so they're dividing it among themselves. So they're getting treated as Pokemon here. I have to go. So let me go to that experience section. I have to scroll down a bit here. But I'm not in a rush because it's not like it's late at night. Usually I'm used to doing this like really late, so I'm like, oh, it's like 12.
And if the Pokemon are higher level than you, I think it increases the amount of experience you get.
Yes, yeah, they all are higher level than you, I think.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of experience here.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't delete. I'm happy I didn't delete them because I almost deleted them. I'm like, oh wait, I need to calculate experience after.
I'm pretty sure that AC is a mistake in cheap shot.
Oh, what's it say?
Oh, it says AC2, but then it says cheap shot cannot miss. So it's like,
so yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
there are a bunch of mistakes in this book, by the way, if you didn't notice.
I'm wondering if I should even tell them about some of the typos I'm finding because like they probably don't really care.
And how often can you use cheap shot?
It's every other turn.
Every other turn. Okay, so total the level of enemy combatants which were defeated for the encounter where they were involved in combat. Treat their level as doubled for the sake of this calculation. And then I'll give you basically a free, so Gawd will get an extra 2 because he dealt with the gang. And then I'm not giving you guys a multiplier for this because it was basically just a normal encounter. So first of all, so Gawd, you'll get 2. Oh, wait, no, this is for your Pokemon. Well, the Shuppet didn't actually technically help you in that fight.
Well, he helped with the Meows.
Right. Now I was looking for the trainer one, so the one that you did after the Meows. So that one, I don't think I'll give you 1 experience for that just as a thing because I think that you did technically use the Shuppet flavor wise, so I think it would make sense to give you like an extra point there.
Okay.
Just 1 XP there. And then now I'll do for the battle that everyone was part of. So I'm going to give you the total level. So that includes the one that you caught. What level is that one?
It was level 3.
Okay, cool. Because that's the one that I don't have.
Yeah.
So this is 2, so 5. Then we have this one is 5, so that's 10. This one is 4, so that's 14. And I think this last one is 5 also. So these were level 5, yeah. So that's 19 points total for the Pokemon. So this is Pokemon experience that you guys are getting.
And is that divided or?
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. So the next part is I divide it. So divide the experience by the number of players gaining experience. So I divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. I would just say four a
Yeah.
piece for that.
But I round down. So you all get 3 Pokemon experience. And so you'd mark that in your bio section because it's different than the experience that you have listed. Yeah, because you have 2 experience bars for you guys.
Yeah, because you guys are Pokemon and you trainers.
For Dustin, you just get 3 for Shuppet.
Yeah.
And then I do the one for the trainers. So in this case, there's no milestone here, obviously. But it says here, whenever you catch a Pokemon, so that means that Gawd will get 1 trainer experience.
Yay.
And then everything else, so trainer experience is a lot more rare. It's only when you do like significant major actions. So like for for Haru, it would have to be like healing a really difficult, during a really difficult encounter, or it would be something like that. In this case, they're doing their job and they did help the Machoke, but that wasn't really a key critical thing because they would have gotten healed anyway. You know what I mean? And then anything like for example, God's sort of specific thing is like he wants to do haunted houses and haunted things like that. So he would get experience for doing that. So it's like specific for each trainer.
Or if I got my trainer's license finally.
Yeah, well that would be a milestone. You'd actually gain a full level from that. But
true.
But you guys didn't earn any. I don't think you guys did anything to get trainer XP, but you got Pokemon XP. So you all should mark that.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone does that. So I'll check that everyone has that listed, and then I will.
What about my fight with Machoke?
Oh yeah. So you get extra experience because of that. So hold on. I'm just making sure Karl has his marks since they didn't earn trainer.
Can you really call it a fight?
Yeah, no, because technically they use the.
I know. I was just kidding.
No, I understand what you're saying. Yes, you'll get extra. Hold on, I will do that when I get.
They used their finishing move right away. It was like
yeah,
one of those like lame filler wrestling matches. It's like the fucking jobber got instantly KO'd.
Yeah, exactly.
I get sidestep XP.
And then also did you mark yours, Umbrie? Your XP?
Yes, I did. I marked it Pokemon level 1, 3 out of 10.
Okay, and then you're gonna get extra. So you have 3 Pokemon XP, and then you're gonna get extra from the fight that you did. So I will go check her level. I think her level is 4. I'm trying to remember. I have to look.
I was gonna say it could technically be 43 out of 50, but.
Oh, she's level 2.
Well, I mean, but isn't her Pokemon level like level 5?
What for the Machoke?
No, for Umbrie, like.
Oh, why would she be level 5?
Well, that's her Pokemon level because we're starters and such.
Oh no, they're starting at the Pokemon level is 1 also.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what you said we should do.
Well, I said like the starters in quotation marks should be like level 5 because that's what they are in the game.
Oh, okay. Well, I started them at level 1, so they're level.
Okay.
But they'll level up really fast, so I'm not really concerned about that.
Fair enough.
Let's see. I mean, this encounter was actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
So you'll get 2 extra XP basically. So you'll have 5.
Okay.
So you're already halfway to the next level.
Nice.
And this was actually pretty easy. So if I had some higher level encounters, then that would probably get you more. But I thought this encounter would be more difficult.
Well, I mean, it was a good like, hey, this is our first fight.
Yeah, that was the idea. I made this deliberately very easy. So I
Also,
could
it
make
could have
it
been more difficult because of the type mismatch, except for the fact that I had future sight.
right, exactly. That made this very easy for you. So you'll have 5. Let me just make sure it's marked correctly. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Now, does anyone have anything else they'd like to cover before we wrap up?
I'll
buy my equipment, my starting equipment, but I can do that later.
I think we're good. So.
What did you need to do? Sorry.
I forgot to buy my starting equipment.
Oh yeah. No, I think that was something that I didn't want to do for you because I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, you kind of need to do that.
Yeah, and then I forgot that I hadn't done it. So.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. I also I'll stop the broadcast actually real quick.
Okay.
Just so I can get everyone's feedback and stuff.